Hello, welcome back, it's No Player Guy, and this is yet another video for the tour of 17, MVP17, Tournament of Power, brilliant. So this is the second video. You should watch the other one against Cell Max. That was laughable, but you know what, he still did better than half the people designed for it. You gotta watch for that conclusion. Anyway, we're up against Cooler, middle of the range in terms of a movie hero Redzone, so no joke. But for some people, might still struggle. For a lot of people, should be able to get through this one. So last time, I had him on a Superhero and Battle of Wits, which is LR Piccolo's team, going into Cell Max. And you know what was funny? It was Piccolo that let me down on that. Anyway, so this one is a full-on Androids team, and I'm varying it out. Now, I am using the Super 13 as one. So the only reason I'm using Super 13 is just to give it a bit of variability. I'm using a bunch of teams which fit way better than just using solid support and fierce battle that you just get from like God Goku or LR Piccolo indeed. And of course this will be a good workout all round, as like, because he gives like a tremendous amount of support. So 17 himself gets 3 key 120% at the start of turn. We'll just figure this out. What are we looking in terms of defense? We're probably, is he at level 10 links? He's not. So we'll do this. So he gets 3 key 120% at the start of turn. He gets 120% attack on super attack. And he gets 17% defense per attack received up to 50, so it's just a few. His super attack effect is 30% for the turn, and he also lowers attack and defense as well. Okay, great, nice 6 million, and okay, double digits all around, this is great. Should be okay for the first few. So he has 17% damage reduction, no shocker there, which is still better than his pre-awakened form. Now, however, he still maintains the additional 40%, so yes, 57% altogether when you fall below 77% HP. And if that wasn't enough, when you fall below that threshold, you gain an additional 17% defense for all allies. Basically meaning that he will give 3 key 77% defense, which is utter ridiculous. And by the way, these androids, the LRs at the end, they are giving 50% defense to extreme class allies, which is ridiculous. So the amount of defense people are going to be getting is absurd. So great. He's in slot 7, is just as you wish. I mean, why not? Why isn't he not? So we'll put these guys here, and we'll put the, ooh, that's type disadvantage, but it's probably better. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll pick on, yeah, we'll just keep picking on, you know, I figured, Towers is his name. Keep picking on him. So that's great. So it's worth noticing then, he doesn't have big bad bosses just yet, but this guy fully does. So it's worth noticing then that the likes of LR Cell is looking at 263, and the likes of the other Cell, who isn't, but he's sitting on 150, will be sitting on around 180 if he had big bad bosses. Remember that for when we try and partner him up. So let's see, this should be fine. Yeah, okay. This isn't a very difficult event, this particular phase, but this phase, what I like about this particular one is you go through multiple different types. I mean, there's 3 at the start, which is really nice. So Androids is definitely, as I say, where he definitely belongs. You could easily run him in all the teams he has, even as a floater, purely because of his insane defense, right? He has himself damage reduction, he builds up, he has it on stats, but he also gives it, and he gives 3 key. It gives the likes of people who struggle with key that extra little bit. You'll see in that other video that I barely scraped by with the 18 key supers, and it was purely only because I had 3 key. And if you didn't have him, well then, I wouldn't have gotten as far as I did in Cell Max, not that it made much of a difference. In terms of what he can do, if you'd have to watch it, but basically nothing can stop this 17 until it comes to something like Cell Max. So I'm hoping he can shine really well here. Alright, so turn 1, he has virtually max links, but very high links. So he's given 60% defense, 3 key. He's already ridiculous. This LR Cell in particular gets 60% defense on super attack, and then he gets an additional 60% when he does an ultra super attack, so he needs to attack first. But he's given him 60% prior, so he's up to 212 prior. And this guy has not got big bad bosses, so he'd be over 200k or thereabouts. So let's see, we're rocking at 188k, and he builds up 17% up to 50% per turn. So by the end of these 3 attacks, he is going to be fully built up in terms of defense, but not in terms of attack, because he gets that on super attack. Okay, right, so here we go. So easy in terms of key, we'll just do this. And of course, we face Dora, who is type disadvantage. Well, we have type disadvantage. Alright, so we're lucky, we're not dodging, that's great, we're building it up. 5.98. Unfortunately, it was a dodge. 5.98, fully built up, gets 50% extra defense, 30% from his super attack effect. He's clearing 300k. I'm telling you, he's clearing 300k. That's going to be really nice. Let's see how this particular unit fares against that type disadvantage. So we'll just see how bad... okay, this is really nothing. Okay, great. I'll come back when this has finished its animations. Wow, those animations can go on for some time. Anyway, here we go. So that's great. So we are now going to have him with the LR cells. So remember, he was at 263k, that LR cell. And prior to that, the other one was at 212 before they did their super attacks. So it'll be interesting to see what they do next time. On top of which, these particular units also give these extreme class a whole bunch of defense. So it's not as if they are slouchers themselves. That being said, we'll give them all of that, because these units are auto broken. And then we'll do... can we get you... We can't get you an 18 key, because you greatly raise defense, which would be nice. But then again, this isn't difficult, but yes. You see, having him on rotation with the 3 key would easily allow an 18 key to greatly raise their defense, and it just makes things all around better. And of course, having the 3 key in the next rotation means that both LR cells are going to hit their 18 key probably before we even get them any orbs. Oh, it's going to be very close, right? I bet you they're going to be sitting on like 16 or 17 key. It's going to be insane. So, I mean, you could throw him on any team because he can just be an effective floater. I mean, hell, you can have him on the main, like you can even have him in slot 1 per se, based on how much damage reduction you have. His sheer support makes him fantastic. Okay, these guys are lasting quite a while, so that's fine. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So, does he have any additional... Okay, so he's going to get shocking speed from this guy. So now, LR cells at 361. And this guy's at 221. That's insane. So he got 10k buff. And this guy got like 80k buff. Jesus. And he's up to 255k. And when he super attacks, he's getting 30k. So I was right. So he clears 300k quite easy. 300k, 17% damage reduction. Give him 3 keys, currently 3 keys, 60% defense. What I can confirm is, we tested that on Cell Max. So the extra defense he gives, the extra 17%, when you fall below 77% HP, if you entered the turn under that amount and then heal up, you still maintain the extra. However, you do lose the damage reduction. So bear that in mind, but you still give the extra key. Right, so I nailed it right again. We're at 17 key, and this is prior to us doing anything to do with his key. So we're going to keep him like this because he has shocking speed built in, so that's giving us a smidge more attack. We're basically at 6 million then. So let's do this, and we'll just give Cell all of this. So everyone's able to get their 18 keys, so that's looking really nice. 5.26, so not quite as high, obviously. We're missing some of the other support links. But 5.26, coasting at 5 million is pretty nice. Does an additional 5.26 again. Again, coasting at a very casual 5 million. Very nice, but that seems to be about his limit. Yes, there are some various supports, but this will do for now. Okay, so again, looking pretty good. Everyone's able to bust out a huge amount. I mean, this guy's going to get 120% on that defense, so he's going to be clearing 400k. And Cell's already over 300k, and he gets 30% on this. So again, he's going to be clearing 400k, putting out something close to 10 million in that. What the actual hell? Right, so everyone is looking exceptionally jazzy. Alright, okay, here we go. So now we transform. We're able to get more big bad boss links. He's looking extra strong. He'll be able to withstand, because we're now going up against Cooler. So in this particular phase, things are going to look extra spicy. He doesn't have his big bad bosses though, so this will hurt him just a little bit. But here, what do you know? So, we'll do this. No, we'll do this, because these link up reasonably well. We will do... See, that's not an 18 key regardless, so let's do this. That gives you 5 orbs. That gives you the 18 key, which we desperately need. And then we'll just do this. Plenty of orbs for one of the other LR cells. So we'll get through this rotation, if we can. We're only bringing a Sensu, by the way, of course. Could bring damage reduction items, but that's not the point. We need to see how an effective tank these guys are. I'm expecting these guys to do fairly well. Yeah, fine. We have type advantage, even though they're not the best of units in the world. By the way, these units are actually ridiculous. They are great for a free-to-play LR. It is nuts. But yeah, so let's have a look. I say that, and they're about to let me down, aren't they? Nope, not a chance. I mean, again, not the most difficult red zone, but still quite threatening. Probably better than this guy. I mean, they have the start of turn is not, but I definitely would have him better than this guy. Okay, what we got here? Okay, so, you know, double supers probably looking okay. Nonetheless, we'll see. We'll see how he fares. It's the next one where I'm looking pretty nice for, because we're going to keep an LR cell, and we're going to have a type disadvantage as well. So we're going to be able to see how we can really, really rock, which is going to be exquisite. The animations. You know what? I'll cut back when we see them. Righto, I've decided to come back because, hey, those animations can take a while. Perfect. Do you know what? Doing it. So, this guy, he doesn't have his big bad bosses, and I'm not really worked on him too much. He's at 168k. Would put him closer to 190k. So again, LR Cell coming in around 221, with 17 coming in at 255. Perfect. This guy hasn't supered yet, so we're looking great. Already, everyone can super attack LR Cell. Already has his 18 key. So that's just nice. It's just really good when you can just cherry pick who and what. Bit stingy on the orbs there, but that's fine. Type disadvantage, this guy hasn't 53k. Interesting. So he's taking some serious damage. Let's see, what does the super do? 500k. That is possibly quite a lot, I must admit. So 510k. That's surprisingly a lot, considering that... it's quite... Oh, here we go. That is surprisingly a lot, considering... that he took a super attack from a type neutral cell max and took the same. So bear that in mind. So it kind of goes to show just how powerful this guy is, or rather how powerful cell max can be, I suppose. Because cell max hit him for 590k, and this guy type advantage got hit for 510. And he was taking 70k per normal. That's where the end of it goes. Okay, so... is he effective in the red zones? Well, if he'd have supered first, he'd have been taking around 50k a normal, which is still quite a lot. When it comes to double supers, probably better off. I'd say if you could avoid a super attack in that margin, yes. Had we have had the additional 40% damage reduction, we possibly could have lived. Possibly. The other cell probably would have absolutely died, and we probably would have lived on the other one because he would have had type advantage. So again, it seems that the only thing, much like the Cell Max video, the only thing to slow this guy down is top events, and it's super attack from top events. But that doesn't mean he's rubbish. I mean, LR Piccolo took 900k from Cell Max, which was ridiculous. Outwiped us all just straight off the bat. And this guy took just under 600k. And he takes a little over 500 from a type disadvantage, pretty threatening red zone. Otherwise, he was pretty much tanking it. So I'd say he's done pretty well. I'd say the final video I'll do on this guy is probably going to be in an extreme super battle road to really test him out, because there he can be a bit more versatile, there you can stick him in more harm's way, and you can see really how well the team can fare. So I'll see you all in that video, but for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.